Hey viewers, quick mandatory heads up, my copy of Horizon Zero Dawn was provided to me free by PlayStation. Besides that, my opinions of the game are my own, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. Hello? Campus log. High priority alert. Automated log note. All non-essential systems have entered hibernation. Automated log note. Full lockdown has been initiated. Due to the increased frequency of violent protests targeting the campus, the security of FOSS employees can no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, we have taken the difficult decision to shutter this facility indefinitely. Staff will be briefed on a block-by-block basis regarding proper procedure for archiving and/or disposal of project-related data and materials. HiSec and a crisis team will then conduct exit review before all areas are locked down. Priority messaging to all staff in E&F blocks. Treat the current lockdown situation as an exercise, but do not attempt to release the hatches or otherwise exit the buildings. Reminder that while HiSec personnel remain committed to employee safety during the current unfortunate events, personal firearms must be relinquished when presenting for identiscan. Jesus Christ, so many things are here. Additional public access roads en route to the campus have now been closed to relieve waiting time at the outer security cordons. HiSec reminds all staff that the campus remains off limits to the public. Following recent campus security issues, all staff are reminded that presenting for identiscan and displaying your security badge prominently at all times for image analytics are both mandatory. In light of recent acts of terrorism directed at the rapid transit system, HiSec now offers a Big Brother initiative to accompany staff traveling from off-site. Sign up is required and strongly encouraged. 48 more entries in high capacity. Additional entries corrupted. Damn it. So, something happened and people started protesting the existence of FOSS to the point that they had to, like, escort people out of here.
Angry at Faro, at the corporation.
Uh-huh.
They blamed this place for something. Something bad.
Yeah, making combat machines and having those combat machines probably lead to the world ending. Doubt that was received in any kind of good way. Oh, here we go. Ted Faro to Paula Visara. Paula, recent events have sharpened my perspective, and I think that I, and FOSS in general, have been neglecting the spiritual side of things. Not under any specific religious framework, of course, but in a more general sense, as in not giving enough thought to our shared values, hopes, and aspirations for the afterlife. I'd like you to reach out to religious leaders at every stripe with the intention of scheduling a conference soon. Very soon. We'll have more thoughts about the agenda later, but for now, let's put out some feelers and see if we can lock on or something in. Make it a big tent. No kooks, but anyone with credible audience. Let's go deluxe. Make it clear we'll spare no expense. Spiritual, huh? Oh no. What if we're a part of that initiative? What if everybody's a part of that initiative? Secretly. I mean, I doubt the people born on the outside are, but what if the people who came out of the bunkers, assuming that people did come out of bunkers, were created by a machine created by Faro and his group to preserve life afterwards. Except their idea of it was just making clones of yourself over and over and over again throughout time.
The FSP-5 Khopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle force capability. Metamaterial construction delivers unmatched recoil dampening, allowing you to field any weapon package that conforms to your budget needs and conflict resolution profile. Patented biomass conversion systems allow extended emergency operations with minimal environmental impact. Multilinear target processing provides simultaneous real-time threat analysis and legal review for autonomous domestic operations. Or control can be slaved to the swarm's neural network for weapons-free force application. Either way, when it's time to call out the big guns, it's time to call Khopesh.
The death.
It's called a Khopesh.
So this was the heavy hitter. Main battle force indeed.
Alright. Do we have any other information here?
The BOR-7 Horus. Imagine your complete engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network.
Oh, shit.
Whether your need is to replace battlefield losses or intensify force projection, the Horus's onboard manufacturing capabilities mean you'll never get stuck waiting for the next arms delivery. Simply redefine your force parameters, and the Horus will fabricate additional units to fill the ranks for an affordable per-unit licensing fee. Meanwhile, the biomass conversion systems of other chariot line models allow them to keep the Horus fueled, repaired, and ready, extending its operational tolerances beyond that of any competing Titan-class platform. That's the Horus advantage. Always regulating, always ready. The future of automated warfare made real today.
The Metal Devil. So these were Faro machines too. Manufacturing capabilities. They can make more of themselves. Then how would you ever stop them?
You don't, unless you stop the source all at once. So, okay, she just said it was the Metal Devil. I'm gonna have to put that down. It looked more like Metal Devil. It looked more like what we saw in the first Cauldron. Whatever was kind of like spitting out material in that swirling vortex thing, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Still, that's confirming a lot of our thoughts from before. And introducing new ones.
The ACA-3 Scarab combines conventional and information warfare capabilities in one package, designed for high-speed, all-terrain reconnaissance. It boasts the world's highest survivability rating of any Scout-class autonomous agent. Maybe it's the Scarab's emergency biomass conversion systems that ensure it always makes it back to base, even if fuel supply lines have been interdicted. Or maybe it's the Scarab's ability to slave enemy robots to its own network. Now that's force multiplication. Add a prehensile manipulator arm that can handle a host of functions, from 360-degree less lethal riot management to surgical repairs of allied chariot line models, and you've got the workhorse of any cutting-edge peacekeeping fleet.
The Corruptor. Slave enemy robots to its own network. It sounds like it's talking about how it corrupts machines.
This room just dumped a ton of information on it, and we could have totally gone around and not actually looked at it. It also actually gave us something else, although I think it might have just been... Yeah, it just reads it off again.
The ACA-3 Scarab combines conventional and information warfare capabilities in one package, designed for high...
No, shut up. I was trying to cut it off. I'm like, yeah, okay. So let me read about the Horus again. Manager complete management or engagement ecosystem comprehensively managed by a high-speed learning machine network. So maybe the machines that are out there grazing and chomping on the ground are legitimately absorbing, you know, like the dirt and biomass and shit like that in order to continue production of everything. So it's just this giant self-regulation network spread around either just this part of the world or the entire world. And so it just keeps on making machines to gather and gather, and machines to defend them.
Gonna be a long way up. Frozen metal most of the way.
Or combat everybody else.
Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek.
Oh shit, we're above ground now? Uh-oh. Okay, so this is a tower.
If plants can find a way to hang on up here, guess I can too.
Plants, you know plants can do quite a lot, right? Just because vines can go up a brick wall doesn't mean we can do it ourselves. Oh, hold on. Pharaoh's office is that way. But I want to go up all the way. What's up here? Oh, they both go to the same area. But what if there's more stuff for me to check out on this side?
Forget the cold. Think of the sun on your skin.
Well, if you think of the sun on your skin, you might just end up thinking about the cold a little bit more, right? You're like, man, it's sure not as warm as it would be if I was standing underneath the sun in the Karja Desert. Oh, hello. Regarding the rumors.
This began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine. Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated, but it's not. The Peacekeepers have not responded to stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate. Now, what I can promise, can absolutely assure you, is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days, maybe weeks to come, just bear in mind that we will get past this. And a day's coming when none of this will matter.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
Yeah, well, sometimes people like to mix those two up just for the sake of propaganda and everything else. Whoa. Alright. I have no idea where we are in relation to the land. I didn't know there was this massive, like, lake behind the area.
Should have brought a cart.
Yeah, for the 9 rocks. So I guess the robots just got out of control in the most basic way that we could assume. They made self-replicating robots, and the self-replicating robots eventually stopped responding to any kind of orders from outside of their own network. And they did what the self-replicating robots were programmed to do. Sorta, kinda. Self-replicate. Except in accordance to whatever the hell Hades is. And I guess at that point, they probably just spread around the world and killed everybody. Whoop! Jesus. Well, at least if I'd fallen all the way, we would have just been right there. We could climb back up. Text, audio, what do we got? All hands on deck. They really went ham on all the like back lore in this. I'm happy about it. There's a lot of, they're mentioning all these different companies, a lot of different things are happening to make it all generally believable that some corporation that made self-replicating robots fucked it up while trying to be super rich everywhere. Alright, from Gordon Nakata to Gina Zyman. Gina, ever heard of the Melville Island Fruit Association? Neither had I, until they filed suit against us this morning. Apparently there's a little island paradise off the coast of Australia, population 2,700, all of whom hate us. Now that a Stray Hearts Timor unit is chowing down on their largest mango orchard. That brings the official count of Heart Timor related lawsuits to 127, most of them from private companies, but also a bunch from individuals, nation states, and NGOs. And that's not even counting the mother of all ever used, then call their competitors. Oh, whoops, I fucking skipped a line. Alright, I was like, wait, what? And that's not even counting the mother of all liability claims from Hearts itself. Call every external firm we've ever used, then call their competitors. We're gonna need every corporate defense lawyer we can find who's still half sober on the bar. We need every help from every lawyer because, oh god, we made a big mistake. Alright, I'm gonna need a sprint for this. Whoop! Oh, okay. Yep, I'll take it. I missed this one and I was like, oh, I guess that's it. We're just dead now. Why can't we keep going up? It makes me want to like check things out, but then we have the little indicators here telling us to go this way. I feel like I'm missing something, but they could just end up going to the same place. Maybe they're just a way to skip around. Right, like maybe if you've played the game before, they added 2 different paths. Climb all the way up, and don't give a shit about exploring. Or explore by going outside and sometimes staring at, well, nothing from this angle. Of course, I'm guessing. It's my first time playing the game, so I have no idea why there's 2 different paths for us to take. Oh, please tell me we're going back inside. No? Okay. This is interesting. So I guess this is with the main Pharaoh building. We came in from underground, so I thought this was going to be like just a sprawling underground complex, but it's a full-on tower. And Mr. Pharaoh's office was at the top of it. What are we going to find up there? It's pretty much just all destroyed and taken over by nature. So what could possibly be left? Oh, jeez. Okay. Whoop! It's raining! That's bad. Looks like we're gonna die to hypothermia before we get to Pharaoh's office. Oh boy. Huh? Oh, okay. I was like, we're missing something. Still lets me loot from that box. Is this Pharaoh's office? Banda C incident. Stacy Anders. Bob, another problem to add to our big steaming pile. Apparently a fisherman in the Banda C captured video of a Hearts Timor Horus unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shoreline of Pulau Wetar on a pod of endangered dolphins, no less. Oh, quite possibly the last of their kind. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happened inside a blender, as if the robot was whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin chum. Our suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 networks, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. A prepared statement feels grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. Nuke it. Nuke it to hell. It's fucking eating dolphins? Okay. When it said biomatter, I'm like, okay, trees and stuff, but if these things are going loose and attacking wildlife and possibly ending up attacking people, yeah, I can see why humanity all died out.
A way up. All it takes is a few good handholds.
Whew. Okay. I'm impressed that this place is still working a little bit.
All right. Made it. Wonder what we'll find.
I'm not sure. Can I climb back up here? Because there's something back on this side. And I am curious why this is. Maybe he invited Dr. Sobek to come over and help them stop what was going on here. Okay, I'm just making sure there's no like vantage point or something. Holy shit. Well, at least I can rappel down. Ooh, a power cell!
Another power cell. This should help me get to that ancient armor.
Awesome! Okay, so immediately after this mission, we can get me some armor and hope that it's better than what we currently have. Oh boy. Whew. Thank you, exploration! Oh, I could have gone back up. I didn't notice this little ledge here. Well, still, we got what we came here for. Well, we got a thing that I would have liked to have come here for. Still. What kind of information do we have here?
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Yes.
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
Only one? Okay. What do we got here? Oh. Watch the hologram.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
Alright, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You've screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So, spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone. Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
Oh, well, that's good. So, he brought her here to try and figure something out to stop the machines. Now, an interesting note there is it sounds like Elizabeth has the exact same voice as us, just projected to be a little bit older. That's kind of leading itself to the clone theory a little bit. Also, as a note, also about the voice, apparently Aloy is voiced by Ashley Birch, who voices Chloe from Life is Strange and Tiny Tina or whatever from Borderlands. So that's fun. I did not recognize the voice. I wasn't even thinking like, do I know this voice? But somebody pointed out in the comments, because now this series has started going up as me recording this, it's like, oh, you're right. Holy crap. It is Ashley Birch.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I...
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean.
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted. The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth. But somehow she defeated them.
Temporarily.
The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final Faro has been recovered.
He just gives up. It's just like, yeah, well, that's it. That's all we got. All right. I'm glad that Aloy, again, can piece these things together. I'm like, yeah, okay. Something happened to keep us all around. But what?
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I'm speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
Whew. Ouch.
God forgive me.
So what the hell is Zero Dawn?
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Probably killed everybody.
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
Okay. Should have given me a heads up on that, robot lady.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish.
Ha! It's just straight up his face.
Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Faro robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime. And what you want to know is my name.
Yes, so spit it out.
Silence.
Silence.
That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
Okay, if you're so smart, I see your point. You don't understand. I could be smart with him, but we're gonna give a heartfelt reaction.
You have no idea what I've been through. How hard it's been. My whole life, I grew up not knowing who I am or where I came from, and then come the Eclipse trying to kill me just because I look like this Elizabeth Sobek woman.
And they killed the man who raised you and you found in the mountain as a baby. I already know this through your focus.
The point is, every time I take a step forward, the answers slip farther from my grasp. You just don't understand.
It's not that I don't understand, Aloy. It's that I don't care. If the answers keep slipping away every step you take, then you best start running to catch up. Maybe then you'll realize just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Pharaoh robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
I have questions.
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
Jesus Christ. Anyways, yeah, I'm still pretty amused that they just straight up went with the actor's face. Alright. Pharaoh robot, who is Hades? Tracking my focus. Is Elizabeth Sobek still alive? What is your intentions? That's a lot of fucking questions for somebody who just told us not to waste his time. Poor guy.
You said you've known for some time that Pharaoh war machines destroyed the civilization of the Old Ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of? Now, if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
She shut him down so hard. I was like, wait, no. I want to ask more questions. I didn't give a shit about the Pharaoh robots. I want to learn about everything else more, specifically who is Hades.
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse described him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades? It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Pharaoh robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself.
Yeah, I was thinking about them, like, well, maybe they could just nuke the robots and sacrifice portions of the world. That could be a legitimate solution, you know? Nuke the world in a ton of places and just hide underground until thousands of years later, the radiation is dissipated and life can propagate. Although they probably didn't use nukes, otherwise the world would have been far more destroyed. This building wouldn't be standing if a nuke hit it.
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Probably because Hades is watching out for him. It would suck if you hacked into it and then Hades just tracked your position down and try to kill you.
Who are you, Silence? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal? I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the Eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I'm nothing if not independent.
Well, alright, that didn't completely answer our questions, but thanks, I suppose. I still want to know, are you a good person? Do you want to save the world, or are you trying to take control of the robots for yourself? I'm gonna assume he's wanting to save the world, but you never know with some people.
Is there any chance that Elizabeth Sobek could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. Wasting time.
But I love speculation. I really love speculation. But alright, let's go.
Elizabeth told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asaram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the eastern mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners had better be improved.
I'd love if he just responded, I don't have to improve anything.
Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up here, at least.
Yep, we just have to do a bunch of
US
repelling.
Robot Command next, to learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
I'm pretty damn amused that this project is called Zero Dawn. Just roll the credits, man. Roll the credits. We just took the namesake of the game and made it the project name. What's the name of your super weapon? It's Zero Dawn. Why? It sounds cool. Well, alright. Fair enough, I guess. Zero Dawn is a cool name, although it sounds like a mishmash of things. When Horizon Zero Dawn was announced, I was like, what the hell kind of name is that? Horizon Zero Dawn! It's like what I would do to think of like a game name. Just look at the dictionary and just slap things together. Oh boy, alright.
snow. It's not getting any warmer out here.
Yep, and it never will, at least not at this rate. Oh, I hope I don't run into enemies down here. Okay. Go to the Grave Hoard, and where's that? Oh, shit. It's all the way... Well, you know what? There you go. The Grave Hoard is in the area I said we'd probably end up going back to at some point. Wow, that was quick in terms of how long it's been since we've been there. Okay, and it's level 18. I'm scared of what's gonna happen when we start running into like level 30 missions, but we still have other things to do. So we've learned a lot, and I'm ready to take our time to start going back to the side missions and everything else. Especially since the first thing I want to do is try and get the power armor. We're gonna walk a little bit to see if she tries to say anything, and then we'll fast travel if she doesn't say anything by the time we're leaving. I hate when I, like, initiate a fast travel just as a character starts reminiscing about things. Who is Elizabeth Sobek? And blah, 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 blah. I'm glad they acknowledged a bunch of things, though. The theory that maybe she could be alive due to cryogenics or any other kind of thing that she did because she was just a super smart lady. It's good stuff. Also, glad we finally confirmed the horses are the Metal Devils. Metal Devils. All right. Because the hologram that I saw made it look more like a cauldron, which I guess isn't too far away from it, right? They're like Silent said, they're a cauldron on legs, a mobile cauldron. So maybe they have the same components, except one is stationary and one is on a giant piece of metal, and we're gonna have to fight one day, aren't we? I don't like the implications of what else he said, though. The fact that the corrupted machines we've been fighting have all been damaged. I've been very happy that the corrupted machines have been easy for him to take out. But now he's made me realize that maybe all of them have just been really easy because they weren't fighting at full strength. Oh shit. I already figured that the Deathbringer, or what was it called? Let's see, I wrote down so much, I typed up so much. The Deathbringer is called the Khopesh. I figured the Khopesh was super damage. It was just stuck in position. That one was obvious. But the Corruptors, those things were running around super fast and just hijacking things as soon as they could. All right. So we have a Ravager and 2 Bellow Bags. I don't know what to consider the bigger threat. Oh, there's another one back there. Oh no, that's just corruption. Okay. We're gonna tie down the Bellow Bags first.
That one helped.
Because I really don't want to deal with their bullshit. Why do these not work sometimes? You know what? I understand. I get it now. I know what's been going on with this. I have to hit unarmored portions of their body. I think. Alright, so we have 2 Ravagers to deal with. Well, let's freeze this one. Actually, does he even have its cannon anymore? Oh, it does. Alright, there it is. We're taking the cannon. That didn't work! Okay. I made the wrong bomb. Okay! You chill for a second. And let me blow you up. Oh, damn it! Oh. Thank God for components. component damage. Woo! Man, without the rope caster, I don't know what these fights would be like. The rope caster makes things so easy. I am so glad I bought it. I mean, not because it makes it easy, but just because it does alleviate some stress of life. It's like, oh, there's 3 giant enemies? All right, let's take some time to pin them down in position and then take care of it one by one. Especially now that we're able to start looting weapons from them. I love looting weapons. It's my new favorite thing. I just wish that the elemental things were a little bit better to use.
Never know when I might need these.
Over just, I mean, obviously, freezing is amazing. And at some point, I'll probably start using freeze bombs combined with my blastling. That probably does an immense amount of damage without me having to, like, destroy weapons. Things like, let's see. Things like the behemoth, or chargers, or even like stormbirds will probably be really good to hit with those attacks. But otherwise, I don't know. Let me check something. Oh yeah. I was wondering if the Deathbringer would be on here, and it definitely is right there. So there is only one more type of enemy that we haven't ran into. Intriguing. I have no idea what it's gonna be. It looks kind of like a worm kind of thing, like a worm or a snake. Is it gonna be an enemy that can dig into the ground or slink across it? I don't know. Also, whoa. Is that like an Aurora Borealis kind of thing going on here? Because that's cool. It almost makes me want to not fast travel, but there's armor for me, man. There's armor for me. Let's gather the ancient vessel and the vantage point first, though. So I don't just, like, have to come back here later on anyways. Hey again, viewers, thank you for watching through this video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know down below in the comments. And as a mandatory reminder, this game was provided to me for free by PlayStation. Thank you very much, PlayStation, and again, thank you, viewers.